Hi everyone, welcome back. Nicole here with my little helper hiding in there. We are actually out on our hillside. I planted a couple of extra potatoes out here and then just some black beans from the store. I planted, I don't know, not a huge amount because I'm the only person in the family that eats beans, but not an overly huge amount overall, but enough that if I get them, I'm hoping to use them as like dry shelling beans, so let them go all the way to the dried down state and then be able to save them dried to use over winter. The other thing I'm going to do this year, I had no luck last year with my pumpkins down in the lower part. It was so wet, or it managed to stay so wet, that like the slugs and snails, no matter what I did, they ate even the pumpkins that did develop. So I'm going to try something different this year. I'm going to try growing them on the hillside, since my husband has the equipment to work it to be dirt now. Where you going, Bubba? And since we are doing that, I don't really want to run water over here because that would be a lot. So I'm just going to try out the Roots and Refuge theory that they tried with farming on like contour. So I'm taking and making half moon shaped hills that I'm going to plant into, in theory hoping that when it rains some of that water pools up and keeps that cooler. So I might have to water to start, and I might have to water maybe during summer where it's like super dry, but at least then the water that I would be putting on shouldn't just run right off. It should be slowed down and soak into the hill a little bit more. Do you want to be part of the conversation? Yeah. So that's my plan. That's my hope. So I'm going to work on getting all these made. I think I had figured it out. I had originally made like just 21 hills. Then I decided, I'm going to try to shape them so they're a little bit more water conservative. And then counted out like what I have for pumpkins and all that I want to grow, and decided that I was going to do another row of 8. So working on getting all that set up so that I can get them planted. It's supposed to rain pretty heavy tomorrow, so I don't intend on watering them. I think I'm just going to try to kind of let nature do its thing. I don't know how it's going. Like, we're not right on top of the woods, so I'm hoping I don't have to worry about chipmunks stealing the seeds. I may have to worry about birds once they start to germinate coming to steal the seeds, but I don't know. I also don't know if the turkeys will come mess with them. I mean, they didn't mess with them down there. It was really just a chipmunk problem that I had in the very beginning. And then once they get started, it's snails and slugs, which I will still have to deal with that. But there's also, I mean, it's dirt right now, not grass. So maybe I'll have to deal with it less. Oh, we're going to find out. We're going to find out together, right, buddy? Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to do the labor-intensive work of raking the dirt. At least the good news is my husband made it all nice and loose dirt. Okay, hills are all shaped, a little bit less tiny help because it's nap time. And I went out and placed the seeds. So I'm just going to go down through and plant everything. This top row isn't that far from the beans that I put in. So I'm going to do all of my small like gourds and everything here. And I think that end, I'm doing more spaghetti squash, butternut squash, and acorn squash. So I have some of those in the garden as well, but I'm going to do some out here. I don't think they vine as much. Oh, it's just grass. I thought that like clump of grass there was a turkey, because like when I walked out here, I spooked a turkey and it like flew down the whole hillside, but just grass. And then what I have here is I have 4 rows of 8 hills. And then the last 3, like the 3 rows here, they're all going to be large pumpkins. And what I'm going to do is 1 variety per row. And I'll go through and show you what all of them are going to be in each row. Show you, show me, because I'm going to forget. So I'm going to come back and look and see what it was. So we're going to start off with the little ones. So my first little one is going to be my daisy gourds. Then I'm just going to do a little pumpkin blend. The cool looking ornamental gourds. The Jack-Be Little. These are upside down. Baby Boos. All of these fell upside down. That is going to be the butternut. That's going to be spaghetti squash. And then that's going to be the acorn squash. And then, because it's easier to walk back down this row, I'm going to do, let's see, Big Macs, which that's a giant pumpkin. Then I'm going to do, what is this, a Howland? That's a large pumpkin. Cinderella pumpkin, it's like a blood red orange. Then these ones are both white, medium-sized pumpkins. So the Casperita and the Casper, pretty sure they're like the same thing. This one, they're both smaller. These are the Jardel. They're like a green, rounder pumpkin. And then Blue Doll is a large green pumpkin. These are the Porcelain Doll, and they'll look them up. They're kind of like a pale orangish cream. And then the Flat Stacker. I don't remember what, I think those are just orange. I'll have to look up, maybe put a picture up. But those are like a specialty one. So everything that I'm putting in is really more of a specialty pumpkin. I still plan to go get my like carving pumpkins for the kids, but it's more like the specialty stuff is what I want to put in the ground so that fingers crossed they grow and I have a good harvest, and then I have a whole bunch to decorate with. Really just for fun. I only really plan on eating the squashes. Otherwise, they're just for decor. The goats will enjoy them, but for me, it's just decoration. Okay, I'm going to try and get these in the ground quickly so that I can get out of the hot, hot sun before I get a massive sunburn. My knees are too old. Okay, so what I plan to do for this, I have my horseshoe shape, and I'm kind of just going to make probably roughly 3 to 5 hills depending on the size of the pumpkin. Not really hills, but so like example, I've got 7 seeds in there. So I'm going to plant all 7 seeds, and I'm just going to kind of go the whole, they say, what, ½ inch? So I'm going to stick the seed in there, about a ½ inch, cover it up. And I'm just going to go all the way around the moon shape, doing that. These are like the easiest seeds to plant because they're so big in terms of like pumpkins compared to pumpkins and squash. Sunflowers aren't bad either. They can get a little tedious, but they're all planted. Simple as that. So now I'm just going to let it go it should rain and we should be good. Hopefully this part here catches all the rainwater. And then that'll help soak into like the hill and help feed the roots. Okay, we got the pumpkins all planted. You're just along. Yeah. You got Cheez-Its for a snack? Nice snack. Pumpkins are all planted, all on the ground. We will see how they do. I'm hoping that the contour helps hold water and do all that. We'll see. Report back. We don't know how many weeds will grow before they'll manage to take off, but it should probably be pretty close. And as long as they can stay ahead of them, I'm not going to worry about weeding it. Maybe if I get real crazy, I'll weed eat, but I don't think so. It's just kind of a fun experiment. We'll see. Some of the seed, too. I think most of the seed from Johnny's is 2 or 3 years old. So we'll see what the germination rate is. I did pack those hills pretty full. A lot of the specialty pumpkins, like the giant one and some of the colorful ones, they only have 6 to 7 seeds in each one. So it's about, honestly, all I could do for the hills for all of them, because then I had other ones that I had 30 seeds of, but I had some that I had 6. So I put 2 in each hill, and we'll see how it grows. Otherwise, we're going to enjoy the shade, right? You're still waking up. Emily's washing her car. Okay, we will see you on the next one. Bye. Just angry eyebrows? No bye? You tell them bye.